Awakened by the sounds of dripping water, you find yourself inside a blackened and empty room. With no exit in sight and nothing else to latch onto, you look towards the opposite end. A cage lies there. It would appear to be empty save for the foul odor emanating from it. Cautiously, you step forward, fighting back every instinct telling you to run.
Pat?
And from inside the kennel, a piercing shriek so foul words can't hope to describe it.
Hey, Pat!
There's nothing more you can do. Nothing standing between you and the unknown abomination that starts rushing towards...
Pat!
What?
What the hell are you doing?
What do you mean?
You asked us to stop like 5 minutes ago, and you started mumbling yourself about... I don't even know what.
Oh, right. Sorry, I was just workshopping some story ideas. Just trying to figure this thing out.
You mean the door?
Yes, the door. Did you ever wonder what kinds of secrets a door like this holds?
No, not really.
Well, that's exactly why we should stop and appreciate the world around us.
Listen, Pat, while I hate to cut in on your admiration, I'd like to remind you that we have a party to get to.
We've got plenty of time. Trust me, we'll make it.
And when your brilliant sense of time gets us late again, what then?
Then, Raymond, we will be fashionably late, you see. We just need to act with confidence.
Fine. But make it quick.
Don't worry, I'm on the verge of something.
Something more plausible than your last idea, I hope.
Shh, this was just a warm-up. Okay, what if...
This is the setting of a secret training ground for up-and-coming boxers. Young, talented, and without the connections to make it in the professional world, these boxers see this building as their one chance to make it into the spotlight. Unfortunately for them, they are not being set up to be winners, but instead trained to lose fights so that the owners, heads of a notorious crime syndicate, can bet against them and line their pockets with cash.
What, something wrong?
No, it's just a little far-fetched is all. It just seems like an inconvenient place to host an illegal boxing ring.
You think?
Especially if they're training people to lose. I couldn't imagine they could keep it a secret for all that long. Even in a place like this.
Well, you got me there.
So it just seems like a lot of wasted money and effort just to rig a couple of matches.
The point, Raymond, was made. But you're right. Damn it.
Well, it was worth the effort. Now let's get going.
Can we stay for just a little bit longer?
Pat, I only have one day off, and you want to waste it here?
I know. We'll get going soon. I just haven't had any inspiration to write in a bit, and I don't want to lose it while it's here.
Okay. But make it quick.
All right. Let's see. This store leads...
to the room where a group of 3 friends would come together to play music in private, unaware that they were going to become a worldwide musical sensation. As their fame, money, and ambitions grew higher, the group kept to their roots as best they could. Abandoning the comforts of a professional studio, the group chose to stay in the room that had fostered their success, when suddenly a schism in the group. Creative differences and personal drama between members slowly whittled the group down, until only the guitarist, the man who formed the band in the first place, is left. Reluctantly, he is forced to leave as well, but not before leaving his treasured instrument behind in an unassuming guitar case, where it sits to this day, waiting for the band to reunite and pick up where they left off.
Pretty good, huh?
It's a neat idea.
Sounds like you have something to say.
I mean, this place looks more like a cellar than a practice room. And the building's so compacted, even if they want to keep the space private, they couldn't. I mean, it's a good start. It just doesn't make sense here.
No, you're right. I just need to do better.
Pat, why are you making such a fuss over the store? You can literally find anything to get ideas from.
You sound like my professor.
Pat?
He sat the class in a circle and brought out a trash can. I mean, it was just a trash can, but he managed to make this incredible story from it. He said a good storyteller can find inspiration in anything. He turned to me and said, "Now what can you do?" What can I do, Raymond?
Pat, don't stress yourself out. Writing can't be as simple as that.
It's not for me. Hey, Ray, do you mind listening to another idea? Just want to give it one last shot.
Alright, but this has to be the last one.
A young woman, a painter, stares ahead at a blank canvas. She's been there for days, weeks, yet no progress has been made. She's waiting for something to change in her, for the spark needed to create the masterpiece she knows she can make. But her doubts start to overwhelm her. What if that spark never comes? How long will she have to sit and wait before she's ready? Overcome by these worries, she picks up the brush, steps forward, and without thinking, leaves a mark on the canvas. Now there's no turning back. Nothing left but to try and make a masterpiece out of this mistake. What do you think?
It's a good start.
Yeah, thanks.
Listen, Pat, I feel like you're waiting for me to say the right thing, but I don't know what you want from me.
Maybe you could come up with one.
A story? No, I'm not creative enough for
It doesn't
that.
have to be perfect. I just think it might be nice to hear someone else's idea for a change.
It looks to me like a storage space, like the kind that you can rent out. I'm imagining a guy getting ready to move out of his old place, and he's just placed the last box inside. He's ready to leave it behind and start over wherever he goes next. He starts to walk away, but the box falls onto the ground. Some of his old manuscripts fell out of the box. Manuscripts that he wrote and gave up on. He picks one up and starts to read it again. When he reads it, he notices that it's not as bad as he thought. After all this time refusing to look at his failures, it turns out that he actually likes what he wrote. He sits down on the ground and reads through to the end. The passion that he thought he lost was never gone in the first place. He walks out of the room again, but this time he decides to bring the box with him.
It's a nice ending.
You don't always have to be so sad.
I'm so close.
Hey, Pat. Maybe a good storyteller can find inspiration in anything. But a great storyteller probably knows what to focus their attention on. And in the end, this is just a door. Your ideas are all good, but you're going to keep hitting brick walls if you keep trying to find meaning in everything. Save your energy for something worth your time. If you want, we can work on this after the party.
How do you know?
Know what?
Know when something's worth the time.
I don't know. Is this worth your time? When you look at this door, what do you see? It's a big slab of wood, and behind it is something just as mundane. But if you're gonna be hung up on this all night, why don't you just look inside? See for yourself if I'm wrong.
You know, you're probably right. It is just a door. It's also more than that.
It's locked.
Figures. It's nothing. There's no story here.
Who knows? Well then, I believe we have places to get to. Come on, let's go.
Hey, Pat.
Hurry up, Raymond. We're gonna be late. I don't want to have to tell them we got held up because you were staring at a locked door.
Yeah, I'm coming. It was your idea to stop in the first place.
You think anything exciting will happen when we get there?
I don't know. But I'm sure when the two dashing heroes arrive at the greatest party...
Haha, very funny.